I don't worship the devil and I don't want y'all kids. Hi, she Squirrel. I'm Vanessa the Manifesta, otherwise known as the witch that talks about shh. And this is my story. Before I get into my story, let's focus on what witchcraft actually is. So, this is how I would define witchcraft. Witchcraft is someone who practices magic or manipulates energy. That's it. That's all. A witch is not someone who inherently worships the devil. You know, black people back in the day, we was called witches by you know who, and that was indoctrinated into our people even till today. However, just like black women, we are slowly but surely alchemizing the term witch into what it should have always meant. Now that that is established, let's get into my story. This is a story all about how my life got flipped turned. So I grew up Christian, switching between like Baptist and Methodist because I went to like two different churches. But unlike many witches and spiritualists, I don't feel as if church is the reason why I turned away from Christianity. I actually had really good experiences in church, other than actual church. Like I love Bible study, love church music, But as soon as that sermon was coming out, it was like clockwork. I'm going to sleep. And I wasn't even doing it on purpose. It just happened. But yeah, like I said, I love going to Bible study mainly because we would have like really good meals. One time they made like chicken nuggets from scratch that tasted just like McDonald's, if not better. I was like, and we did fun activities. So I was attending freaking Bible study every Wednesday, okay? Other than the fact that I didn't really like going to church for like the sermons, but I went anyways because my aunties pretty much made me go. I was a devout Christian, but towards high school, towards the end of high school, that's when I started questioning my beliefs. As I began to question myself more and more, I started to realize that the only reason that I remained Christian is because I was scared of going to hell. The minute that I realized that, that's where my real growth started to begin. After that, I just kept saying to myself, I'm not a Christian anymore. I'm not a Christian anymore because I couldn't believe it, but the more that I said it, the more I started to believe it because I was like, this is something that doesn't resonate with me anymore. I felt like I didn't have to constantly worry about being judged and going to hell. So we fast forward like a year or two. So it's like 2 years later that I'm 2 years clean of Christianity. And so I'm burning Halo Santo, I'm burning Sage, I'm doing all that. And then I get another feeling. I realize, okay, I've always been different, but now I feel really different. You know what I'm saying? It was in a way that I almost couldn't explain, but I just knew that it was more than different. Mind you, today I'm the only one in my immediate family that's spiritual the way that I am. Quick little story within a story. I don't remember how old I was, but I know I was a kid. I was probably like 6. I had these Heelys, but I could only skate on one Heely, right? So I seen a shooting star in the sky, or what I thought was a shooting star, and I made a wish on it. I was like, I want to be able to skate on both Heelys because for the longest I was skating on this one Heely. And would you know it, the next day I was able to skate on both Heelys. And that story has always been so special to me, even before I knew I was a witch. And even with me being an empath as a kid, well, I'm still an empath, but even with me being an empath as a kid around that age, I would see like worms up on the pavement when it would rain, and I would be so sad, and I would just go over there by them. And I remember saying like, I'm sorry that you went through this. I'm sorry that you had to go through this. For the longest, I thought I was a weirdo for that, but really it's just like, girl, you was a big empath. That's why you did that. Anyways, fast forward past high school, fast forward 2 years clean of Christianity, blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm like 19 or 20 at this point. I'm in this spiritual group on Facebook. I see people posting about this reader and reviewing her. So I'm just looking at the reviews so I don't get scammed and it's not on no king.com psychic hotline type stuff. So I'm looking at it and I'm reviewing it. I see that these reviews are really good, like really good and detailed. So they helped a lot. So, I took a stab at it and I contacted her. And to this day, I say that has been one of my best decisions. It has changed my life, saved my life, and helped me fall into exactly who I am today. I always mainly wanted a reading to contact with my mama and my brother, both of whom had passed. So I wanted a reading for that. And then later on, as I started getting more feelings, I wanted a reading for that as well as the feelings that I was feeling. So anyways, she gives readings by getting the picture, like getting an unfiltered picture of you and then looking into your eyes and then reading you. When I tell you that lady blew me away, like I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting that. She gave me so much detail and so much clarity, and I was able to communicate with family members like the way that they communicated through her showed their personality very well, and that's what made me trust her even more. Most importantly though, during that first reading is how I discovered I was a witch. She's like, so, Vanessa, I don't know how you're gonna take this, and you can call it what you want to, but you're a witch. She said something else like, you've always been, the signs have always been there. You are a young soul, so you're on your 11th life right now, but in the majority of your past lives, you've always been some type of conjurer. So she goes on to tell me about my past life. She's like, you did Reiki over your kids, you had 6 kids with your husband, and you gonna marry that same husband in this life, and you made hats. She tells me what type of witch I am and what type of magic I should be doing, and she tells me that like I'm a huge empath. She's like, I've never met someone who is as big as an empath as I am. Like, you are a huge empath. And I'm sitting here like, oh my god, like that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense, and it gives me so much clarity regarding my feelings. My heart just lit up, and I felt like I knew exactly who I was finally. Then I got another reading from her. I got a couple readings, but I got another reading from her last summer. And let's just say, I ain't gonna say everything, but I want y'all to look back at this video in 2028 when I'm rich and in love, okay? And thus, Vanessa the Manifesto was born. I love that I can be on TikTok and have a sense of community and learn more about my craft even more. If you suspect that you are a witch or a conjurer, 9 times out of 10 you probably are, but you can do divination or you can get a reading to see if you are. You can also purchase items for your craft on GayleneStream.com. I got oils, baby. I've been using this. See, that's how you know this works, because this is my own oil. This is my own oil that I made, my money oil, and baby, it's like 25% gone. I'll be using that. It works. So you can check out the money oil. I got jewelry. I got all that good stuff. Check it out. If you made it to the end of the video, I would like to thank you for watching all the way through, and I encourage you to like and subscribe for more. Bye.